This is Terraform Lesson 2. In this video, we will update our Terraform configuration file by removing hard-coded values, do tagging for billing, project, and company name. Also, we will generate DNS value on our screen without going to AWS console. All programming languages have a way of accepting input variable and extract the output. So to make our Terraform code dynamic and useful, we will make some changes. For example, by using input variable and output variable in our Terraform code. We will need to learn few concepts before starting making our changes. Input variable. What is input variable? This will pass information to our Terraform configuration. Output variable. This will be the result of our input variable. Local values. In some other programming languages, this is known as variable. In Terraform, we use it for reference in Terraform configuration. Potential improvement to our Terraform configuration. The first thing, we are going to remove AWS credentials, replace hard-coded values, use default tags for company, project, and billing, then generate output for our DNS. We have different types of data types in Terraform. 1. Primitive. This could be string, number, and boolean. Collection, list, map, or set. Structural. We can have tuple and object. In this video, we are going to make changes to our Terraform configuration by creating the following new .tf files. Variable.tf. This will pass our input variable to Terraform configuration. Local.tf, Terraform.tfas, and output.tf. We are going to make changes in our Terraform configuration. Let's continue. Next thing we are going to do now is to create a variable.tf file. In Terraform, this is how we create a variable. Now we create a variable file. We use name label, type. This type could be string or boolean. Description. We put the value here. Default value. Sensitive. If this is set to true, this means the output should not be displayed in the screen. If it is false, if it is set to false, this means that value may be displayed. It depends on what you want. Now, let's go to our Terraform code. We are going to create a file, variable.tf, which we have done. Now, we are going to open our main.tf. Then we split the screen. Let us close this one. Let us open our new file. Now, in Terraform, this is how we do the naming. Variable, name label. Now, we go back. We start with, let's scroll up. We start with the provider information. Variable, AWS, AWS underscore access underscore key. We close the brackets. Now, when we go back, we have what? Type, right? What is the type? The type is string. We go back to, we now open the curly brace here. Type equal string. Then what's the description? Equal AWS access key. sensitive, we set it to true because we don't want this information to be displayed on our screen. Now we are going to do that for secret key and the region. We are going to let us copy this one. Go for AWS secret key. The information will be AWS secret key. That one is true. The next one will be for region, which will be AWS underscore region, and the description will be region for AWS resources. Then we don't need the sensitive part of it. It could be true and we don't really need it. What we now the default value. Cool. And default value will be US underscore east 1, and we close it. Now I'm going to pause this video. I want you to look at this main.tf in our previous lesson, and I want you to add all the necessary variable information into this file. We shall meet in the next few minutes. Welcome back. Let us see how we did. We have created variable value for access key, secret key, AWS region, DNS hostname, and some other value here. Now, before we continue, you can see the solution for the variable.tf file. We are going to create some other file, terraform.tf output local.tf. The next one we are going to create now is local.tf. This will be used to reference Terraform code and some values in our code. Now, this is what we're going to do. Local. We will use this local file to reference some information in our code. And this is how we are going to do it. For instance, because we need the information for complaint project, and we are going to use tagging for all those things. And we're going to start with locals. Common tags. Common tags. Complaint complaint project equal. In this place, we are going to use interpolation because we want to reference string in a string. val.complaint var.project we close the bracket. Now the next one we are going to create is for billing. Billing code var.billing underscore code. Now close it. Now, we are going to create output.tf file. This will display our DNS value. Output.tf. This, instead of going to our AWS console, this will just display it on our screen. We start with output AWS underscore instance underscore public underscore DNS value equal AWS instance dot ngins1 dot public underscore DNS. We're going to use a curly brace here. Curly brace. I'm going to close it. We save our file. Now, what we are going to do now is this. We have created a local. And what we want to use the local.tf file for is to tag this some information in our code, like code, project, and billing code. The next thing for us now is to go back to our main.tf and use that tag. This is what we're going to do. We go to our, let's start with tags, common. It will be tag, common, tag, tag, local dot common tags. Now, I'm going to pause this video once again. I want you to look at every other places that you also need to tag. As I've said, the solution for this lesson for each of the files we have created is here. When you go to my Git repo, everything is here. But before you check it, try it on your own. Now, I'm going to pause this video and we'll come back. Welcome back. Now that we have added tag to our main.tf file, what we are going to do now is to reference the three tags that we need in our variable.tf file. Now, this is our variable.tf file, and this we need a tag for complaint, project, and billing. Variable project we start with complaint. Type string description equal company name for resource tagging. Default the Mike Abayomi. You can use your name. Then the next one will be for project. project, curly brace, type equal shrink, description equal project name for resource tagging. The last one, this will be for the billing code, underscore code, type this also shrink, description equal billing code for resource tagging. Now, when you look at this, we need this tagging, complaint, project, and billing code. And when we run our code, it's going to ask for code and account number. But what we are going to do now is we are going to create another file. We are going to call that file terraform.c file. Now, when we look at our code here, when we look at the solution here, let's close off this. Let us close out this or this. Let's close out this. No. Now, when we look at the solution in this place, now we are going to start with Terraform init, validate, then all this information, billing code, project, and a secret and access key, we need it. Now, what we are going to do now is this. We are going to create a file. We are going to call that file terraform.tf. New file, terraform.tf file. Now, what we are going to do is the account number and some billing information like a billing code. We are going to put it there and save it. Billing underscore code. Now, when we look at our variable, when we look at the last page here, we had it here. Then let's go back to Tifa. Then equal. Let's go to this. This is our billing code. Billing code. We put it here. Then it also have our project equal, call it Mike. You can give it your name, anything you want. Then we save it. Now, if you are using Linux, you will need to export your access key and secret key. But if you are using PowerShell, you are going to use this command here. I'm using Linux, and my secret key and access key, I'm going to put the information there. This is the information. See this one. Export access key is here. Secret key, this is one. You copy it, and let's go to our terminal. We need to open our terminal. let's enlarge this. Now go to our cd, my cd project. We have all the information here. There are all the files we have created. Now we paste this. Now we have it. Let us clear the screen. Now what we are going to do now again is let us run Terraform init. We're going to run Terraform init. After that, we are going to run Terraform validate. This will just check the syntax of our code if it is correct or not. Now our code is valid. We can do some stuff in our code, maybe remove one or two things and to see if it will work again. Now what we are going to do again now is this. We have passed all this information. What we are going to do now is run Terraform plan. The plan is going to save your plan into this file. We paste it. I'll click on enter. Now this is the plan. Same to add. Now we now go to Terraform apply. Our resources be created. Go to your AWS console to see if your resources have been created. Now, if you remember, we created output.tf file to display our DNS value, and this is it here. Instead of us to go to our console, we just copy it, go to our Visual Studio Code, our browser, and click on that. Now, we open our terminal, copy it, and go to press it. You did it. Have a tackle. Now, this will be the end of lesson 2. We are going to do another lesson to update our configuration by adding more resources to our Terraform code. Then I'm going to do video about DevOps and platform engineer. What's different between platform and DevOps